I was like, I have steel wool on top of my head. Like, there's no way someone else has whatever's going on top of my head. So I hated it so much.
I still struggle to accept my hair in its natural state.
Well, I think I scored myself lower because I feel like since I've had to really work on my hair, and there was really no one to do there's been no one who's ever been able to do my hair. My mom can't do hair at all. My sister doesn't have my hair type. My cousin doesn't have my hair type. I think I've met like I have 10 people who have my hair type who I know, and none of them could help me with my hair. So I really had to just get over it and learn to be comfortable with it because it's the only thing I had to work with. And I wasn't going to put relaxer in my hair again, and I wasn't going to just constantly neglect it because that's where all this started, with neglecting yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also rated myself lower because, I mean, obviously when you start, like I just wanted straight hair. Like I wanted my hair to like blow in the wind or, you know, as you see in movies and stuff. But it's like, even now, of course, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cut it off. Like I don't care about my hair anymore. Like it doesn't matter. But like learning that, you know, also just growing up and learning that you weren't taking care of your hair the way you should, and then finding ways to actually take care of it to make it a little bit more manageable and like have different styles. Cause you know, like I said before, there's other styles than just like putting your hair in a bun. You know, there's like poofs, there's like space buns. There's so many other cool things that you like learn. And so during the journey, learning how to take care of it and learning how to love it, I definitely accepted my hair a lot more. Even, you know, despite like comments from here and there, I'm more confident in like my hair and my hair texture.
Like I feel like for me, I put such a low score because during quarantine it was like such a good time to just take care of my hair. Cause like I went through such a like stage where I didn't even know what to do with my hair. I didn't know my hair type. I didn't know what to do. Like my hair was literally falling off. I was questioning so much about my hair. And then during quarantine, I was like, okay, let's do this. Like, what should I put in my hair? Like, how should I do this? And learning how to like style it, learning what to put, what not to do, and just learning about it made me just appreciate it a lot more. It made me just, you know, it's great, it's pretty, you know, it's nice.
I think I fall into the comparison trap a bit too much because it's a hair journey. Sometimes I really do accept it, but right now I'm just feeling like I'm not really accepting my hair because I've tried a lot of things on my hair and most things just don't work for my hair. I think I haven't found that routine that works for my hair, so I feel like that makes it easier for me to like fall into the comparison trap and just feel like I just want different hair. Yeah.
I think I scored myself so high because I'm kind of still struggling with embracing my natural hair because I honestly just started my natural journey about 2 years ago, so I'm still kind of new to it, and just being patient with my own hair and learning more about it and how to take care of it is quite a journey, but I think I'm willing to go through with it and yeah, embrace it.
I think a lot of our lack of acceptance, though, does come from the idea of we still have biases towards like looser textures and like finer hair and less coarse and different. The reason we struggle so much to accept it, like even with like styling your hair, for example, like we'll want slicked down hair, done edges, and it's like your hair's not supposed to do that and you're forcing it to do something. It's like you wouldn't force yourself to wear clothes that made you feel sick. You wouldn't force yourself to, you shouldn't, all of these things are seen as so bad, but when we do things to our hair, because it's just on our head, it's like so accepted. It's
Exactly. Like
yeah.
there's so much like internalized racism, especially like for example within schools, even within some of our parents. Like you're being told not to have your hair out because it's unkept, it doesn't look professional. You're being told to put your hair in braids. Like you're being told to relax your hair. Like you're barely being told, okay, your hair is beautiful. Like having an afro, like do this, do that. It was, at least for me growing up, it was always kind of like do something to your hair. Like your hair can't be out like just in its natural state. So that's why it was kind of hard for me to just accept it. But now that I can do whatever I want my hair, like it's a lot easier.
No, yeah, for sure. Because even like on YouTube, you know, you have like when I was starting my hair journey when I was younger, you have like all these girls saying, "Oh, how to manage type 4 hair," but it's like 4A and it looks like, so like loose. And so I'm trying to put gel in my hair to like make it look like that, trying to make it like fall. Like if I really just like did an actual wash and go, it would be like here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always having to manipulate my hair and like always do all these things just so it can be presentable. I can't just go like with an afro because I don't want people to like look at me and say to me. So like even as much as I've accepted it, it's still like I feel like there's a long way to go. And also primarily because of society and how they police Black people's hair. So.
People have touched my hair without permission.
All the time. All the time. Especially because I'm studying abroad. So you'll have people just like come and put their hands in your hair and you're like, why are you touching me? Like I don't get why you're like you wouldn't just go up to random people and just like put your hand in their hair and be like, oh my gosh, it's so soft. Also, that's a backhand compliment because what are you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? It's like
What are you implying about
what are
my
you
race?
implying about my race in my hair? It's like just ask because I wouldn't ever be I mean, I don't really want you touching my hair, but like don't just come and put your hand in my hair. Like I literally had a teacher in my high school during my like natural hair journey in the beginning, which really pissed me off. Anyway, so this dude, he comes up to me and he just puts his hand in my hair and he's like, Shingi, you can do better than that. And I'm like, first of all, sir, you're bald. What are you doing talking about my hair? Like, don't touch my hair and then be disrespectful about it. So it's just like, I don't know where your hands have been. Don't touch my hair.
And it's so annoying because it takes so long to get your hair to look like a certain type of way. And it doesn't always like work out the way you want it to work out. So when people just come and like, it's so annoying because people literally put like both hands and start giving like a head massage. And I'm like, where are you coming from? Like, what's happening? And they think it's so like normal. And they think it's, I don't know, they think it's a compliment when they say, oh, it's soft, it's fluffy, it's like a cloud. And you're like, okay, thank you. Like, I really don't like it. It's
And I
very
think with
annoying.
my hair, because I have so many different textures in my hair, they'd start with like touching and they're like, oh wow, it's so soft. I'm like, thanks. And they'd go to the front and they're like, why is this so hard? It's like dry and brittle. I'm like, it's just different textures. Like my hair is healthy, relax. And you're even touching it without my permission. And then you feel like you're entitled to an opinion on my hair. And then they start giving you advice about what you should do with that different textured part of your hair. And I'm just like, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, people are always like, I feel like people are always touching my hair. But when I was younger, I don't know, I had a misconception about it. When I was relaxed, people used to be like, can I touch you? I'm like, please. Like, see how long it is, I've worked so hard. But like nowadays, I get really, really upset, especially when I first had because my whole head is 4C, like all of it. It's just the most ridiculous thing. The shrinkage is like 90, I don't know, it's crazy. And people always used to be like, your hair's it's not nice. Like that's literally it. It's not nice, it's not soft, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, people used to just be so rude and I used to feel so trash about just everything about my hair. Like even if someone just took a piece of my hair and like did that, I'd feel so much anxiety because I'd be like, oh, what are you thinking? Is it soft enough for you? Is it Is it Caucasian enough for you? Is it too coily for you? And yeah, so now I really do hate it a lot. But I find I don't really mind from other people with hair of like texture because it really does come from an appreciative place rather than a kind of zoo-like aspect. Like I'm a freak show, I'm a circus for you to like spectate at. It usually comes from a place of, wow, your hair is beautiful, I love it. What did you do? What products did you use? It's not like, oh, your hair's hard, fix it.
Yeah, I agree with you because I feel like a lot of people touch on that without realizing that they're being insensitive and actually attacking other people's insecurities. And I honestly think that touching someone's hair and leaving a sly remark on it is honestly so detrimental to the person, especially if it's something that they're struggling with personally. And I honestly think that it's something that should change, because if you're not coming at it from a place of positivity, then I don't think you should be commenting on it in that way.
I experiment a lot with my hair.
Yeah, I do a lot with my hair. Like I do a lot with my hair. Like my parents even have to stop me. Like, okay, like hold on, you can't go out looking like that with us, you know. So like, especially there was a time when I did not know how to take care of my hair. I was like, let me just try every product, whatever works, I'm gonna keep with it. So I was trying everything, and then like one month with my hair is falling. I'm like, okay, not that one. And then like the next one, like, okay, this one works, I'm gonna keep it. And just like, even though like by experiencing, I was able to know what's good for my hair or not, and like what's not good, it was also really bad because like, yeah, it folds. Like it really like it's so like African hair is, at least for me, it's so fragile. So like my hair just kept falling.
That's true. 4C and type 4 hair is the most fragile hair type, even though it's like the coarsest. Yeah.
I think I was just trying a lot of things with my hair just to know my hair and just to get to my ideal hair goal, which isn't really working out. But I've tried quite a bit of things with my hair. I really like DIYs because I found that hair products, especially for like type 4 hair, are very expensive, which doesn't make sense. And it's just a bit too much. So I experiment with a lot of DIYs just to figure out how to take care of my hair, you know, in a cheaper way.
I agree with Claire. I think I experiment with my hair a lot just because since I'm new to the journey, just finding out how versatile my hair is has actually made me appreciate it so much more. And it's actually helped with the process of me learning to love it as well. So I think for me, my experimenting with my hair is more so from a place of just wanting to know more about it and understanding it more. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of experimentation. You try styles, you go out, it doesn't look the same when you come back, and you're like, what happened? You know, it's just like growing and learning. And like not even with just like natural hair. Like for example, I have a wig on, like that's another form of experimentation. This is more for like convenience because, you know, also a lot of experimentation because it's like I feel like in the natural hair community also when you have people that wear wigs, people just automatically assume you hate your hair, and it's like no, it's like it's another form of like experimentation and maintenance. But yeah, for sure, definitely experiment with my hair a lot because I'm always trying to find ways. There was a point in time where I had like the same hairstyle for like 3 years because it just worked and it was simple, but I got bored of it. I'm like, let me just try to do something different, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I try to do like a lot of things with my hair, and I try to do products as well. Like less because of price, but because I've like been watching on YouTube a lot, and a lot of people say that the natural hair industry isn't built for Black people. It's built for like white like capitalists. And it's like you have a pre-poo, you have a shampoo, you have a co-wash. You don't need all those things. You actually don't. It's ridiculous to assume you need to alter your hair so much when thousands and thousands and thousands of years of people have done it without doing so. And it's like the same people who made relaxers literally saw an opening in our market and they fit it. And now they're our favorite people. They're our Kantu, they're our whatever, they're our... And it really bothers me. And I feel like if people spent less money and more time on seeing what actually their hair needed, because your hair needs like moisture and it needs to be sealed. Those are the two things your hair needs to, and it needs to be clean to grow. So you need a good cleanser and you need something that's going to hydrate it and something that's going to seal it. If you have that lock oil thing, if you have those three things, then your hair should really not need that much else, and everything else you're adding is excessive. And that's why we also find a lot of people have product buildup. Like we wash our hair, like I find it crazy that Black people wash their hair every week. Like you don't need to wash your hair every week because it shouldn't get dirty that quick. And if it is, you're putting a lot of products on your hair. Like it's a very Caucasian or like less type 2, type 1 thing to wash your hair a lot, and because it's just different. And I find it crazy that no one's adapted to the idea of like washing your hair less, and then if you moisturize it like weekly or bi-weekly if you need it. But yeah,
And I think just to add on to that, I feel like the hair industry focuses too much on your curl pattern and your curl textures and everything, instead of focusing on things like porosity that actually help you, you know your hair. Just know your hair.
Even density or the fineness of your strands. Someone with 4C, high density, thick strands is completely different. Someone with 4C, fine strands, low density. It's completely different. And high porosity versus low porosity, 4C is completely different. Like you'll think low porosity is harder, you'll think it's matter, but it's really not. It's just that can keep its moisture better, and then people know how to seal it.
No, for sure. Porosity is so important because, like, actually, from yesterday, I learned from somebody how you should be washing your hair for like low porosity. For example, you know, like you don't need to use cold water. Like all of the tutorials tell you, like it's kind of bad for our type of hair. And then also in terms of that, like even just like the way we do like conditioner, shampoo, like treatment, like all those methods depend on your hair porosity. So you need to really understand it, and nobody talks about it. They're just like, here, use this product, use this product. And it's,
Like I literally found out about mine like 3 months ago. It's honestly crazy. And I remember before I even found out like my hair texture and like my porosity, I was doing the craziest thing to my hair. I think I feel like this, like, okay, the thing is the media, like when it comes to black hair, especially full type hair, like they bring in so many things you can put on your hair, like avocado, garlic, rice water. And I've done all of these things. I put garlic in my hair, it was stuck in my hair for like 3 days. And like it's so weird how even though they have so many different like options on what you can do to your hair, at the end of the day you're just trying these things, but nothing's really, you don't know how to do it. You don't really know how to take care of your hair, even though they're telling you do this, but it doesn't actually like work for your type of hair.
I hated my hair growing up.
Okay, I had like a love-hate relationship with my hair because I didn't know how to take care of it, and I just saw other people's hair and I was like, oh, that looks so manageable, that looks so nice, I want hair like that. And I just didn't love my hair, so it was kind of, that's why I gave it a 3. It was in the middle.
Yeah, I feel the same because for me, like how I was being surrounded by people from like so many different countries and having so many different like hair textures. And for example, like don't get me wrong, like light skin, like hair, like the texture is really nice, like it's beautiful, even white like girls. But then they were always so appreciated, while people were like 4C, 4B hair, like we weren't really appreciated that much. Even in the media, it wasn't really being represented. So I didn't really like love my hair. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
no, yeah, exactly. Because I had a 3 too, and it's because, I mean, just growing up, you're always like you just want to like wake up and like put your hair in a bun. Like you can't do that, you know. You always have to go through so many things with straightening. You straighten your hair, and then like it starts to fall off. People just aren't appreciating it as much. You're being called like nappy headed. It's like it was such a love-hate relationship. And then even like learning how to like love your hair was such a process. You know, it's not like one day you just like start your natural hair journey and then it's a very long process, what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I think I really, really hated my hair, if I'm being honest. Like, I hated it because I've always had relaxed hair, and I always found relaxing my hair was just so painful. And it was like, oh, you relax your hair so it feels better, so it's easier to look after, so you won't be stressed. And I remember being in primary school and being asked, oh, is your hair natural? And I said yes, because I didn't understand the difference. And I was like, yeah, it's my hair. It's naturally my hair. What do you mean? Of course it's my hair. And I had to be explained. And I didn't know about hair types until I was around 15 or something. So for me, I just always thought like, there's no one who has my hair. I was like, I have steel wool on top of my head. Like, there's no way someone else has whatever's going on top of my head. So I hated it so much.
I think I can also relate to that because when I was in school, the teachers actually preferred straighter hair and actually favored it because kinkier hair was deemed inappropriate or unpresentable. So there actually came a point where I also used to relax my hair. And it took me quite a while to actually start loving my own hair and growing it out natural.